The time right now is 01:54 and I can't sleep. Actually, I woke up to use the bathroom and I can't get back to sleep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start reading a little bit. Hopefully it knocks me out. If it knocks me out, good. If it doesn't, at least I get the 10 pages in first. But let's go. All right. Got through the next 10 pages. We're at page 137. So these 10 pages were pretty much definitions, but some of them I really did need to know just to look up and make sure I knew them later. And some, as he calls them, very effective weight training exercises, which they are. And I'm going to get back into them when I get back to the gym. But this right here is where we're stopping at 138. So, we're going to try to get back to sleep. I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but okay, you can't see. But got Will Tennyson over here playing. Okay, he's not going to come into view. Oh well. Anyway, gonna try to get back to sleep. Time right now is 2:28. So, maybe good night, maybe good morning. All right, so time right now is 05:45. So we're gonna take our Gaines candy and get ready to get up out of here at 6:15. Day 7. No, day 8. Day 8. Boy. You know the bad thing is when you're checking when you're checking everything and you don't even know what day it is. So I'm already 24 down. This will be 48. What I do is before I leave out on the walk, I'll fill both of these up to here, like halfway, like up to like this second squiggly line, and I'll put them in the freezer. And when I get back, either it'll be almost completely frozen through, or it'll be frozen through, and then I can just pour hot water in, and so I got my water. So we're not going to go that hard today. We're going to pretty much pull a yesterday. I know I keep saying that we're going to pull back the steps from 20 to 25,000 to 15 to 20,000 steps to kind of taper down and lose fat, not fat and lean tissue. But I went into the app yesterday. I went to the Hume app, and it asked me how much weight do I want to lose. And it did give me the option to lose 5 pounds a week. And I think that's way too much. I think that would be, and it even told me 5 pounds a week would also constitute losing just as much muscle, lean tissue, I should say, as losing fat. And at this point, you want to hold on to that muscle that you do have. So we're not going to do that. We're going to lose it at a safe pace, and hopefully like I say, we can get off of protocol. I'm pretty much tired of saying that. I really am. Got the hoodie. If you knew how many times I've had to wash this hoodie just in the last week, because it either rains or I sweat through it, it starts to smell, whatever, what have you. Anyway, so I was getting into the book this morning. We are really getting towards the end, because now it's more or less just definitions of what words mean, like amino acid, concentric, eccentric, essential fatty acids, stuff like that. But I do go back to other parts of the book, and where it talks about what I like about the book is this is more than just the body. This is also about training your mind, retraining your mind to believe that you could do this. You can do anything. If you could do this, you could do anything. And it's pretty much telling you to get your mind and your heart right first, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what else you do if your mind and your body, if your mind and your heart isn't right, you will just be right back to where you are this time next year. And that's true. Talks about the outside in approach. And the outside in approach is where people, they don't do the work. They don't get to the root cause of why they are the way they are. They just try to fix the symptoms, and that's where things like thigh creams and lipo, my 600-pound life, where people think they're going to walk into an office and get weight loss surgery, but you never got to the base of the problem. What went on in life to get you to where you are? Because you didn't just one day wake up at 600 pounds or 700 pounds. You had to get there, a certain way. So we got to fix that first. And sometimes people do have all the excuses. I had all the excuses. I didn't have time to work out. But what was I doing after I got done driving the truck for 10, 11 hours? Walk into that truck stop, grab something to eat, come back to the truck, lay in bed, play on my phone, play on my laptop, wake up, do the same thing next day. Or we'll travel and we'll make up excuses. Like, for example, I'm on vacation. Why would I work out? Once it becomes, now if you're doing something like going to Disney World, you're going to get way more than 10,000 steps at Disney World. You're just going to. But what you could also do is, do a quick workout, in the hotel early in the morning. I can't eat right on vacation. Why not? Like I say, I'm going to go to Phoenix over the summer, and they have El Pollo Loco. They have a lot of places there. Now, I know it's going to be one of them things I can't order factor or anything, because by the time it shows up, either it's going to show up before I get there, or it's going to show up before I'm getting ready to leave or after I leave. So that's going to be wasted money. But, I don't know the quality of frozen meals you can get at the grocery store anymore. I don't know if those are going to be a viable option. They could be. I don't know. I haven't had one of those lean cuisines in a while. But I kind of like to know what I'm eating. And so, yeah, you could do it. Hotels have fitness centers, gyms. I have a Planet Fitness membership. It's suspended right now. It's suspended, so once I come off protocol, I can go ahead and go back. But they still have me as a member, so And we all know how much I love my Planet Fitness. Shout out to Puyallup. I miss my Planet. Actually, the one in Vancouver, both of them in Vancouver. Vancouver, Washington, and Vancouver, British Columbia. Small Vancouver, big Vancouver. MVPs. I think we're going to take a little bit of a painkiller this morning, as I am in a little bit of pain. Anyway, 48. I'm still kind of tripping on that whole body water being low. It's not too low. I think it was at like a 39, something like that. I believe it was like a 39, and you want to be somewhere in the 46 range. Let me see if I still have that. Yeah, I'm at a 39, and you want to be between 47 and 63%. Which, to me, is like, are you serious? Which means I'm not that far off. Which means I'm doing the right thing. I'm just not doing enough of the right thing. So, we'll figure that out. We'll figure out exactly where I need to be at. It probably is an electrolyte thing because when you're slamming now, when I say I'm slamming a gallon of water, I am drinking a gallon. That's the minimum. Some days it's way over. Some days I get like maybe one more of these in, and then I am just toast with water. But maybe it's also an electrolyte thing. When you're slamming that much water, when you're slamming, 8 to 10 of these a day, minimum, you need to get the sodium, you need to get the potassium, you need to get the magnesium. So maybe I do need to get a little bit more electrolytes in. So we'll figure that out. Anyway, 7:55. We're gonna 7:55. No, 5:55. We're gonna go ahead, wait a little bit longer, and we'll get out of here. I'll talk to you on the walk. I want you just to hear just how beautiful of a morning it is. See how beautiful it is. Hear how beautiful it is. So, it's about 8 o'clock, I think. Somewhere around, 8:01. So we've been out here for well over an hour. But let's talk for a second. Let's talk about something, because it's 8 o'clock and I already smell people's grills starting to fire up. And of course, there was that big thing over here. I still don't know what that was, but none of my business, as I ain't got nothing to do with that. So it's the summer. People are going to be firing up their grills. And the question is, you get invited to a cookout, but you're trying to do something like 75 hard. What do you do? Number one, it just depends on how strict of a nutrition plan you're on, or what your goal is. Like I said, my goal for 75 hard was to end at 320. Well, we might hit that before the month is out. So now the question is, do you stay strict or do you loosen up? Well, because of the fact that my goal was not to be super strict, but here's the deal. Go and have fun, okay? Don't go to a cookout, look at all the food and say, I'm not eating none of this. And just eat like the salad and sides and, the little stuff that you put on the burger. No. Grab 2 of them burger patties. Put cheese on one of them. Mustard one of them down. Have fun. Grab 2 of those hot dogs. Have fun. A rib is not going to hurt you unless you're like trying to do vegan or you don't eat pork. Then don't do that.
But no, go have fun. Go, look, I'm just saying it like this. One day ain't gonna hurt you. So if you get invited to a cookout, go have fun. You know, if they got the Diet Coke, get the Diet Coke. If they got water, get water. Hell, worst comes to worst, yeah, I'll drink one Coke. Call it a life. I know where a faucet is. It's cool. Is one rib gonna hurt me? At this point, no. Is now don't do that every. Now, then again, wait a minute. It kind of depends. Like, if they're throwing like a bunch of chicken quarters on the grill, and I love chicken quarters. If they're throwing a bunch of chicken quarters on the grill, am I gonna, bring a bunch of them home? Yes. If there's burger patties left over, am I gonna bring them home? Yes. Easy meal prep. Ain't gotta do much else after that. My meal prep is pretty much done for me at that point, except for whatever the side is. But don't be scared to just go out and have a good time. Participate in life, folks, unless your thing is you're vegan or vegetarian. Then please don't show up to the cookout and tell us all how we're going to hell because we're eating meat. Stay home. Grill your tofu at home.
So, time right now is 9:28. Made it in from the walk. Feel decent. Feel fine. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. Gotta clean this room up just a little bit, by the way. I did take a progress picture this morning. I have no clue why it says I didn't. So, back to the water thing. I just realized, I know it says drink a gallon of water, and sometimes I drink more, sometimes I get just a little bit past. So for the next week, I want to do an experiment until it's time to weigh in again. I'm going to go up to 170, and we're going to see how that goes. Because that's what it says. Someone at 339 should be drinking, so we're going to go up to that. We're going to see how that goes. If that goes good, then cool. If that doesn't go good, then I'll just be peeing a lot. But anyway, time to get out of this, clipped up, shaved up. Talk to you in a minute.
Okay, we're back. We're watching my 600-pound life. It is 16:14. I went over as you can see, hold on real quick. It's funny how this light make me look so much better, but the light upstairs makes me look like crap. To hell with this. Anyway, went over by 15 minutes. So, done with the fast. And this is dinner. So what this is it's one pork chop. There's a half a cup of rice down there. No butter or anything. There is carrots and potatoes, and I season it with seasoned salt, a little bit of garlic pepper, and some ranch seasoning packets. So this is going to be serving number one. Talk to you in a little bit. Okay, so I forgot to add, I got the water in already, so I'm already above the goal, but we're going to push to 170 anyway. So the goal for 75 hard is a gallon, but we're going to keep pushing to 170 on a daily basis, and we're going to see if we can get the body water up. If not, we'll keep trying. If we get above 39 to like 44, 45, cool. Let's just see how this goes. Anyway, back to my 600-pound life. I'll get back with you if I have a second serving. I think I will, because I got chicken I got to get rid of. Yes, I know.
chicken again.
All right, guys, so do not adjust your screen. It is starting to rain out here, as you can see from the ground. Right now, it is just a little drizzle, a constant drizzle, but yeah. We're going to see how this goes. If it goes a little horrible, we'll go ahead and go back indoors and we'll do a little Gymshark something. Right now, I'm not too bad off. But like I say, if the farm starts to come down, we'll go in the house. But like I say, as you can see, it is starting. So I'll give it a little bit more time. As you can see, everybody gone. So it's just me for right now. So we'll judge it on the next lap. So as you guys see, it cleared up. So we're going to just keep on walking. We got another about 15-20 minutes left before we're at the end of this walk. But once again, cleared up nicely. Still a little something over there. Still a little something over there. But we'll be okay. Just give it time. Get the walk in. If you haven't walked today, get your walk in too. Get up. Get up out that bed. Get up off your ass. Let's get that walk.
All right, time is 5:49. I got my afternoon walk in. Held beautifully. Don't worry. So we got the second portion, which is the chicken. I got another half a cup of rice underneath, carrots, and onion. I was going to add some celery, but then I was like, nah. I don't know why I added the onions either, but oh well. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and eat this, enjoy some Will Tennyson, and I'll update you when it's time to wrap up. So, oh wait, before I leave, Mike, one more time. I know that's you sending somebody thick mom. Have somebody stop. Please. Time right now is 6:50. And I have a protein brownie and another peanut butter jelly on a bun. I'm actually loving these. So it was a good day. Great day. I got my water over there, by the way. So I know it's a little early, but what's going to happen after this? I'm thinking about Gymshark 66. I think that's what I'm going to do after. I was looking into it. Looks pretty good. Let me see if I can still find it. There's all kinds of things you could do on here, like drink 2 liters of water. It pretty much wants you to pick 3 habits you want to focus on for 66 days, and it was a dark and stormy night. No. So I want you to pick 3 goals you want to make over the next 66 days. I saw it. It looks pretty cool. And once this is all over with, we're going to take probably like 2-3 weeks off. Then we'll get into that. Because 75 hard, technically, you're supposed to finish the first 75 days and then you're supposed to go into a 30-day. I'm not doing those 30 days. We're not doing that. I mean, you could if you want to. I'm not doing it. And yeah, it's very dark out. So that's day 8 in the books, and as you know, we always do that beautiful thing at the end of the day, at the end of the video. In the book, it says, don't give up on yourself. I'm guilty of quitting on myself. I don't know why I put 2 T's. Actually, because quitting does have 2 T's. Oh my God. I'm guilty of quitting on myself when the going gets tough. I need to prove to myself first that I can do this first, then to anyone else who says I can't do this. I'm making a self-promise to myself. These next 75 days, I will become my best self. Shopped online for wrestling singlets. Being able to order a custom singlet and hold on to it to motivate me to get to 285 is going to ignite a fire in me to get back to my old self again. Going to finish my safe sport class in the morning to renew my USA Wrestling membership in August. I actually did finish it. I forgot to tell you guys. I finished safe sport. Yes. Anyway, see you guys tomorrow.